So let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 are asking which numbers below are factors of 12. If I have a factor of 12, I can use that number to multiply another number to get 12. I know in A, 12 times 1 would give me 12. But when I look at this 18, there's nothing I can multiply times 18 that will get me 12. That's the same thing for 24 and 30. So I know A cannot be the correct answer here. When I look at B, I know that I could multiply 2 times 6. I know that I could multiply 4 times 3 to get me 12. 6 times 2 will get me 12. And 12 times 1 will get me 12. So that is looking like the answer there. But let me double check C and D to make sure. I know that 4 times 3 would get me 12. 8 times, that's a bust. There's nothing I can multiply times 8 to get me 12. Even though I can multiply 12 times 1 to get me 12, and nothing I can multiply by 16 would give me 12. So C is not the answer I'm looking for. When I look at D, 12 times 1 will give me 12. 24 times nothing will give me 12. So it's not going to work out for 24, 36, or 48. Okay, those are multiples of 12, but not factors of 12. The question asked me for the factors of 12, so the correct answer here would be B. You should have chose B. All right, the next one we have, the next question, number 6 is asking which set of numbers contain only prime numbers. Remember, prime numbers only have 2 factors, 1 and themselves, okay? So when I look at set 1, I know that 1 times 1 would give me 1. That's the only thing I could multiply that. So 1 is prime. When I do 3 times 1, those are the only factors that would give me 3. 6, when I think of 6, I know that 2 times 3, so that's giving me other numbers. 6 times 1, so 6 is not prime. Even though 0 and 3 are, 6 is not going to cut it there. So A is not correct. All right, I am moving on to number B. When I look at B, I know that 3 times 3 will give me 9. 9 times 1 would give me 9. So these are not looking like prime numbers here. There are other numbers other than 1 in itself that I can multiply to get these answers here. So I know that B cannot be the correct answer here. Okay, so because I can find more than the 2 factors, I know that they are not prime. I'm looking for a set of prime numbers. As I look at C and D, I notice that, hey, 4 times 4, I am able to get other factors here for these numbers. So I know that letter C cannot be a set of prime, as well as D. I can also come up with a few factors here. So I know that this is not, these are not prime numbers. Even that even number there lets me know that they're not prime. So pause the video really quick. Write down 3 prime numbers. Since we did not have a set listed, what are 3 prime numbers? Pause the video now. And the prime numbers I'm going to choose here that you could have listed were 7. That's a prime number. 11 and 23. These numbers will only be multiplied by 1 and itself. Okay, these are prime numbers. And if you want to look at some more examples, check out the prime and composite poster post it in the front of the room. All right, good looking out there, guys. Heads up to the ones who were able to see, hey, there were no prime numbers listed there. But you should have come up with your own. We're going to move on to number 7. Here is when my 5th graders must put in the work. We have a 2-step problem here. I'm multiplying 2 times 3, which is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry my 1. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 1 more is 16. Carry my 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 1 more is 13. You're not done here, 5th graders. Let's go ahead and move to the tens place. I'm going to place a space holder here. And I'm going to start multiplying 4 times 2, which is 8. 6 times 4, which is 24. Drop my 4. Carry my 2. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 2 more will give me 22. Drop my 2. Carry my 2. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 more is 18. I'm going to now add. This is why I say we have to put the work in here. There are multiple steps that we have to make. So now that we're adding 6 plus 0, which is 6. 8 plus 8, which is 16. Carry my 1. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 1 more is 11. Carry my 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 1 more is 6. 1 plus 8 is 9. And bring down my 1. So now I have my final answer of 196,166. Okay, so this is another problem you may want to save to the end because you're going to have to put in a little more work here. And we must know those multiplication facts. Let's look at the next one. 4 times 8 is 32. I'm going to drop the 2, carry the 3. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus 3 more is 67. I'm going to drop my 7. Carry the 6. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 6 more is 30. All right, I'm still putting in the work. I now go to the tens place. Place my space holder there. 6 times 4 is 24. Drop my 4. Carry my 2. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 2 more is 50. Drop the 0. Carry the 5. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 5 more is 23. I'm going to add that. Bring down my 2. 7 plus 4 is 11. Carry my 1. Bring it down. 3 plus 3 is 6. Bring down my 2. My final answer is 26,112. All right, last multiplication problem here, guys. 9 times 3 is 27. I'm going to drop my 7, carry my 2. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 2 more is 26. Drop my 6, carry my 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 2 more is 17. Drop my 7, carry my 1. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 1 more is 19. Now, I have to keep putting in the work. I'm going to now multiply my tens place. 5 times 9 is 45. 8 times 5 is 40. Plus 4 more is 44. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 4 more is 29. Drop my 9, carry my 2. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 2 more is 32. I'm now going to add 7 plus 5 is 12. Drop that 1, carry the 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 1 more is 11. 9 plus 7 is 16. Plus 1 more is 17. 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus 1 more is 12. Carry my 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Plus 1 more is 5. Now I'm going to add my commas here to a final answer of 52,712. Moving on to number 8. On number 8, if a boy is 5 feet tall, how tall is he in inches? So here we have a conversion chart that says 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So if 12 inches equal to 1 foot, I need to find out how many inches is in 5 feet. And I'm going to do that by multiplying 12 times 5, which will give me 60. So the boy is 60 inches tall is what you should have there. Number 9, what is 50% of 50? This is one we can all do in our head. Half of 50 would give us 25. But if you would like to see how to work that out, let's take a look at that together. So here, if I have 50%, I'm going to change that to a decimal just by placing a decimal in front of that 5. I'm going to multiply it by 50, which would give me 2,500. I'm going to move my decimal 2 places, which would give me a total of 25 or 12. Okay. Next, I can do the same thing here. 10% of 60. So I'm going to change my percentage to a decimal by placing a decimal in front of that 1. I'm going to multiply it times 60, which will give me 600. I'm going to move my decimal 2 places, a total of 6. Once I move that decimal 2 places, I have a total of 6. So that's one way that I can find percentage.